Hi there, Ying. My name's Andrew and I'm the essay corrector here at IELTSpodcast.com. Well done for getting this far in the course and sticking with us. And thank you for submitting your first 2 corrections on what essentially amounts to education. There are, of course, a myriad of topics in the IELTS exam, and the aim of the next few corrections will be to prepare you for as many as possible. What I'll be doing each time you submit some work is reading through it sentence by sentence, offering you some grammatical corrections, as well as some suggestions for better phrasings, and some general advice towards producing some good academic writing. So each time what you should do is work through your own essays and correct them using these suggestions. In this way, you will learn to spot your own mistakes, so hopefully you can stop making them in the future. So let's begin with your introduction of your first piece. My first point would be not to use always in this context because it's a generalization. To say reading is always highly encouraged for the development of a child is, I suppose, it seems true, but it's not going to be, is it? We can imagine a scenario in which someone would not encourage reading, and therefore always is not the correct word to use because it's not going to be 100% of the time. So we could say reading is almost always, or usually, or normally, or reading is frequently. Reading is frequently highly encouraged for the development of a child as it provides a foundation for the child's academic journey. Good. I like that phrase. However, reading alone does not help in nurturing the other abilities of a young person. Hence, I agree that apart from reading, there are other pastime activities like that. There are other pastime activities which a child can enjoy in order to learn new skills. Cool. Here we can say one such activity is playing on games consoles. Despite the negative stigma surrounding console gaming, this hobby can in fact assist in developing problem-solving skills and spatial awareness. Let's just say in young people or in students. This is largely because the majority of console games require players to execute strategic plans to complete missions or solve tasks. A recent study, from where? Let's cite where the study's from. Shows that students who play PlayStation between 5 and 7 hours a week, I'd rather use "and" there. Between 5 and 7 hours per week outperform their counterparts by 15% in psychometric testing. Therefore, this suggests that playing games can be beneficial during the growth of a child. Good. Furthermore, playing sports with a child can be advantageous. Let's change it up a bit. Participating in sports with a child can be advantageous. This is mainly because sports encourage or sport encourages. So sports encourage the movement of limbs, further enhancing a student's physical and motor skills. For example, soccer requires the coordination of the legs. We can say coordination of the movement of the legs, but it would be easier just to say soccer requires the coordination of the legs in order to receive and dribble the ball. In addition, the British Sports Council noted that never use kids, too informal. Children who are actively engaged in sports activities have the ability to concentrate better when performing a particular task. What's the particular task then? If it's a particular task, if we know which task it is, then we should state it. Consequently, this proves that sports are important for a child's development. To conclude, activities such as playing consoles and doing sports can enhance the cognitive and physical abilities of a child, as well as his or her imagination. Well done. Almost nobody uses this, but it is the correct way. Nice one. I believe that besides reading, that's fine. I believe that beside reading, parents will perform other enjoyable activities with their offspring, as they recognize the benefits of the activities. let's say developmental, for the developmental progress of their children. Good. So you actually have a very clear structure and style to your writing. It's very nice to see. All we need to do with you is tidy up those small errors. The occasional plural, where we have subject-verb agreement, we need to make sure your plurals are tidied up. But other than that, there were just a couple of stray articles, a couple of dodgy prepositions, but really, we're already looking really, really good. So this one is considerably longer. 354 words to be exact. Now, while there is no upper limit on the word count for the IELTS exam, the more you write, the higher the chance of producing errors you have. In Band 7, we are still allowed plenty of errors, but in Band 8, we are barely allowed any at all. So in order to increase the chances of producing error-free writing, I recommend sticking to around 280 words. Not only does this make things easier for the examiner to read it, but it also it vastly reduces the strain on you having to write it. So we need to use a combination of short and long sentences, but really we need to stick to around 280 words. But let's dive in. So family communication is considered to be extremely important as it enables members, that enables members to express their needs, wants and concerns to each other. Wonderful. However, communication between family members, let's change this a bit now because we've used family and members a bit too much. Relatives. Communication between relatives, has dwindled over the past few years. In my opinion, I agree to an extent that the frequency of family interaction, let's say familial interaction, descriptive, familial interaction has decreased, mainly because of the modern lifestyle. However, we've used however twice now, one after the other, so let's be a bit more careful with our cohesive phrases. However, at the same time, the rise of technology has helped some family members to stay connected. Good. I would just say remain is better than stay. Firstly, the level of interaction between family members has fallen due to the hustle-bustle of the urbanized population. This is a little bit informal. I'm going to leave it there for now, but it bothers me a little bit, if you know what I mean. In today's society, members such as parents are occupied with building wealth. So, building wealth in order to provide a prosperous future, their children. Members such as parents occupied with building wealth in order to provide a prosperous future for their children. Here we have something missing. To the extent that they sometimes neglect the importance of family interaction, thereby creating a communication gap. Thereby is essentially, it's kind of like therein. Therein lies the explanation, thereby goes the result. So thereby is the result of something. Therefore is more drawing a conclusion ourselves. So therefore is like it follows. This is the next logical step. Whereas thereby is the next practical step, really. What is the result? What is the direct result of it? What happened? For example, a survey conducted in 2015 shows that during the week, this should be an aside, during the week, parents and children have just 36 minutes of quality time on average each day. Don't need this, because of the demands of the modern lifestyle, or because of the demands of modern lifestyles. Consequently, interaction becomes less. Let's say interactions become less frequent. And this phenomenon continues even when the children get older, or as children age, as they are accustomed to the infrequent communication between family members. Good. On the other hand, for some, family communication has been enhanced with the help of technology. The invention of certain devices... Oh, actually no, because the internet's not a device. The invention of certain... Actually, do you know what? Certain inventions, such as the internet, certain inventions connect people all over the world, shortening the distance between everyone. Currently, if any members of the family go abroad for work or tertiary education, the connection does not disappear. Let's say, instead of using a negative sentence to describe what it does not do, let's describe what it does. The connection can remain strong. Instant communication can be done via Skype, WhatsApp and Facebook, keeping each other up to date as well as having family discussions. For instance, Danny Miller, Professor of Anthropology at University College London, works with Filipino migrant women who leave their children at home. Pointed out that these women engage with their children through Skype to build a connection and perform parenting duties. Hence, it can be said that the technology has benefited this technology, or these technologies, or technologies such as these have benefited families tremendously. To conclude, while I agree to an extent that there is a decrease in family communication of late due to the demanding lifestyle of modern families, I believe this actually should be like that. I believe the art of communication has not suffered significantly as technology has assisted in connecting family members, irrespective of geographical location. Like that. Irrespective of geographical location. So there we go. There's 2 corrected. I'll get these straight over to you now, and I will look forward to your next pieces. Thanks very much once again, Ying. Have a great day. Goodbye for now.